Alright guys, RoKage here and welcome back to the brand new video. In today's video, Persona 5 The Phantom X will be the topic. For the people who don't know, 26th of June is the global release date of the game. I already have two videos on my channel. We'll cover this game to the fullest extent, so don't forget to subscribe with notifications on. On today's video, I want to check all the free characters that will be provided in Persona 5 The Phantom X. A massive shout out to Pridewin. I'll put the credits of the website in my description below and pinned comments. Soon we're gonna get here the tier list based on CN and many other things. But let me first start with all free characters. So Kettle. Kettle is the first story Phantom Thief and the first character you will obtain for free. Okay, this is this one right here, 4-star. He's a healer with some fire and burn support. He can inflict burn and rare healing receive debuff with his skill 1. His skill 2 can heal one ally for a large amount, and his skill 3 can heal the party for a decent amount. Kettle will be amazing for the early game, mid game. As you go towards end game, it will fall off, but definitely a super useful free to play character. Kettle is a decent healer with that is good early to mid game. But once you get into harder fights where foes could one-shot you, Kettle's limited access to basic healing and not so much else will start to be an issue. How to obtain Kettle through the prologue, okay? Mont, you'll obtain Mont in the contract tutorial for free. I also have her. She's a single target ST DPS that has a guaranteed crit on her follow-up. She can deal possible damage early on, but her low skill multiplier and reliance on having her 5-star weapon to enable her follow-up every turn means it's not really worthwhile to invest into her. Keep that in mind. Closer is a second story Phantom Thief that you will obtain in Chapter 1 for free. She's an AoE DPS with some electric and shock support. Her skill 1 can inflict shock to multiple foes, and her skill 2 deals decent ST damage and increases a party electrical damage. Her skill 3 can deal an additional hit of damage to foes inflicted with shock. Now, don't invest too much into Closer and expect her to be a decent AoE DPS. She works better as an electric sub DPS that can hit decently hard with skill 2, and again, you can obtain her in the main story chapter 1. Okay. Then we have Okan. Okan is a, sorry if I pronounce something correctly, I'll get better. Okan is a character you will obtain for free by completing Velvet Trials challenges. She's a navigator that plays with elements. Her core support skill makes the party deal more damage to foes with elemental ailments. She can also buff the party effect critical hit hit rate, and restore SP. It is not worth investing into her, as her support capabilities will be outdone by Wind, another free character you will obtain later. Okay, so this is super important that you know from the beginning on which character you should invest in, especially from free-to-play characters, because you will get plenty of those in the beginning. And then if you invest in those and they won't work in the mid-end game, you will be in a big trouble. So be careful who you're investing. Okay, Yuki. Yuki is another character you will obtain for free from completing Velvet Trials challenges. She's a tank that grants shields and gives blast stacks. Her skill 2 grants one ally a shield and defense buff. Her skill 3 takes time to charge but can grant the whole party a shield and debuff and buff damage bonus. That's nice. Yuki is not worth investing too much into, as most characters in this game scale with attack. She can be used as a sustain, but since her accessible skill 2 shield is only a single ally, it can get tricky without another sustain backing up to the other party members. Okay, so she's providing that nice buff for that one character, which is not enough, so don't invest too much in her. Soy is the third story Phantom Thief that you will obtain in Chapter 2 for free. He's a tank with heavy defense down debuffs and has a passive that makes foes more likely to attack him. His skill 1 can inflict freeze to decrease the foe's total attack. His skill 2 can inflict defense down debuff that gets doubled when he is in the special state granted by his passive. His skill tree can increase the party's max HP and provided a slightly heal. Soy Bass skill is his gun attack. It has 42 shots and can be used to farm for crit into all out of attack, while also having a chance to decrease the foe's defense. Soy is worth investing into and is very easy to build. Only needing to stack max HP on him, he still works perfectly fine even without 5-star weapon. Soy is one of the most valuable free-to-play units that you need to invest in. Okay, so tanky, heavy defense down debuff, and has a passive that most likely foes will attack him. So it's a taunt in a way. His skill can inflict freeze, which will decrease the foe's total attack, which is nice. It will give you survivability. And then you're also inflicting defense down debuff that gets doubled when the special state is granted by his passive. His skill tree can also increase the max HP of body. That's insane. And also that gun attack is super good. So it will help. He helps your team tremendously with the damage because of that crit into all out attack and many other support that he's providing for survivability and many other things. So that's really, really good. Wind. So this one you obtain in the you obtain in chapter story 2. Wind also you acquire from main story, but chapter 3. Wind is 4th story phantom thief that you'll obtain in chapter 3 for free. She's a navigator that plays with down gauge and all out attack. Her skill 1 can inflict AoE defense down and applies a debuff on main target that makes them lose additional down gauge. Her skill 2 is an auto skill that increases all foes damage taken. Her skill 3 heals one ally slightly and increases the party's damage bonus. You can clearly see how Wind will do so many things to help you out that you just do so much better during fights. Wind is worth investing because her support is strong and generic. Everything can always use some defense down and damage bonus. She's also very good in Velvet Trials as there is a score multiplier for all out attack. Pair Wind and Soy together and you'll get a non-stop all out of attack and quick and easy Metaverse combat clears. You can get it from story chapter 3. So Soy and Wind should be your highest priority to invest in as soon as you get them. Okay, together these two characters will destroy even though they're free. Skull is one of the 3 characters you can select from the Phantom Thieves of Heart's Contract and Lufel's Business Plans. He's ST DPS that take 1 turn to charge in order to deal massive damage. If you're familiar with Charge into God's Hand playstyle from P5R, Persona 5R, then this will make you feel right at home. In order to maximize his damage, he has to be played at low HP, which makes him more tricky to play. In early game, this can be dangerous and probably isn't worth, he's usually overkilling most enemies. Thanks to his damage output, Skull is worth investing into because he can brute force many ST fights. His 5-star weapon is also available for free. Oh, nice. So Skull is also worth investing. Okay, not early on, but maybe later on. And how to obtain him, you can from Phantom Thieves of Heart's Contract and Lufel's Business Plan. Okay, then we have Panther and is one of the 3 free characters you can select from Phantom Thieves of Heart's Contract and Lufel's Business Plans. She's an AoE, I use her by the way, insane AoE DPS, super valuable unit. That is very easy to use and deals good damage. She requires very little to enable her damage capabilities, only needing foes to have burn applied to them. Her only issue is the uncontrollable nature of when her burst turns go off, needing you to plan your skills with that in mind. Partner is Panther is a quick and reliable AoE DPS, a very good choice for Palace and Mementos fights, which are AoE based. Her 5-star weapon is also available for free from Lufel's Business Plan, making her easily worth investing into, guys. Make sure to... So, and Wind, Soy, super valuable, and Skull for a little bit later. And then we have Mona. Mona is one of the 3 free characters that you can select from Phantom Thieves of Heart Contract and Lufel's Business Plan. He's a healer that can crit heal and his follow-up healing, while his skill 2 dispels elemental alignments. His skill 3 can miss but has increased crit rate. His highlight is one of the few ways that can revive a dead party member. That being said, Mona still shares some weaknesses as Kettle. They're both healers with raw HP healing as their only form of sustain. While you can select both him and his 5-star for free, it's not recommended to do so, as Kettle can do his job as well. You should never be in a spot where the revive is needed and Kettle even a slight upside of being able to buff attack. And this is where you can obtain it. So Morgana, okay. You will have, so it says here, 3 free characters you can select from the Phantom Thieves of Hearts contract and Lufel's Business Plan. So you will have Skull, you will have An, and you will have Morgana. Please select An. Please, Panther. Okay, Panther, oh my god. Panther on, please select her from this 3. And then build up Rico, Shun, Soy, and Wind, whatever you want to call it. Make sure to build them up. They are a must. Those 2 and Anne, these 3 free units are a must to build up, and they will give you such a high value to your account. You can make a huge mistake by investing in some others, so please be careful. Okay guys, that's it. Thank you for all support. Massive shout out to Pridewind website for giving us such a beautiful tips, and this is super important and helpful. That's it. Love ya and bye.